Yes, what's up? How you doing? Yes, I want to start by saying good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you are catching me from. Jose Andrew Anderson is my name, and of course, super excited, of course, to be here. Yeah, what's up? How you doing? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night from wherever you're catching me from. Jose Andrew Anderson is my name. Super excited, of course, to be here, just like as usual. I always tell you that we always have our nice sessions, yeah, at around this time at exactly 10. Yeah, at exactly 10, that's the time that we always show up. Let me first check and see if my sound is nice. Yeah, 10. Yeah, at exactly 10. Yes, I'm using monitored from my phone. So I want to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. It doesn't matter, by the way, where you're watching from, but as long as you're watching, I want to say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you very much, of course, for watching through. And today's topic, of course, is a simple one. It is about time. I'm out of 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 time. Uh, you know, I want to first thank my subscribers, of course, my subscribers from Tanzania, Kenya, Rwanda, you guys, of course, even from the UK. I want to say thank you guys very much for subscribing. It really means a lot, yeah. But for starters, I'm here to tell you I'm really out of time. Most of the people don't understand this, being out of time. Most we have very many people have different assets that they really value so much. Yeah, they have assets they value so much. They want either to get people. This is one of the videos, by the way, we did during daytime. We did over 5 videos. You should go watch those videos. They are very beautiful. They're just 8 minutes. You should go watch those videos. But there is a topic that really touched me, and I felt like maybe I should come. Yeah, but thank you very much, of course, for coming through. I can see you. Thank you very much for coming through. Please, you can give me just a couple of minutes. Just a couple of minutes. You listen to this information that I'm going to be telling you. Most of the times, of course, people need big assets. We go through life and we want to acquire wealth. We want to get assets. People want to get land. People want to get houses. People want to secure, the future of their kids. Yeah, they work so hard. People travel out of the country. People leave Uganda and they go abroad. People go to the United Kingdom. They go to the US, of course, to secure, to make sure their kids have a brighter future, or even themselves have a brighter future. People keep on collecting assets. They collect assets. They want land, houses, cars, and all that. But we forget only one thing. There's only one asset that most of us don't think about us. We don't think about it. And if you don't think about it, it is the major one that minus that one, you could end up even losing everything you've worked for. You will lose your land. You will lose even your kids. You will lose your parents. You will lose everything you've worked for in case you just don't take note of this asset. And that is what? That is time. Most of the people think we are immortal. Yeah, I don't know why. When we are living and when we are healthy, always we think that we are immortal, we cannot die, we are going to live long. There is a way we feel like life has to go on. We sleep like tomorrow, it is a must that we have to wake up and again go to work. It is a must that whatever we do not plan for our death. And of course, just like how we were born and we did not plan for our being born, yeah, it is the same way death happens. Yeah, it is the way how time flies, and again we die when we are not prepared, because among the assets we were collecting, time was never among the assets we were collecting in life, because we thought we are immortal. We thought life is endless. So we don't plan. You sleep and you don't plan. You don't think you can wake up early in the morning and you dead. So you don't plan, but you plan for your job. You plan for tomorrow. You plan for your kids, but you never think of time. The time you are having. Time is the biggest asset you could ever have. Time is the biggest asset you could ever have. Now let me take you through. We work so much. We work so hard. Yeah. thinking that we have time. But let me give you a simple scenario, just a simple scenario before you can even go. A simple scenario. You just imagine one day you wake up and they tell you you have only 1 year to live. 1 year to live. You're told you're having only 1 year to live. Basically, you're going to die after 1 year. In case they told you that, it scares a lot. Of course it would scare everyone, but when they tell you you have 1 year to live, that is when, of course, the things that are important in life will chip in. When we are living life, we live recklessly. We think we have enough time, so we go to work, we apply for jobs, we go to school, we do a lot of things because we think we have time. But just imagine they tell you you have only 1 year to live and then you will die. Do you know what happens? By that time when they tell you that, then you start evaluating things in life. Yeah, you start evaluating. They've told you you have 1 year to live. Imagine you're abroad, you're in Canada, you have your best job, you're in the UK, you're in America, you're in London, and they tell you you have 1 year to live. What would you do? I'm telling you, I'm just taking my imagination. One thing I'm very sure of, you'll be like, I'm coming back to Uganda. Even if you're earning millions, even if you earn millions, you'll be like, you know what? I want to go back to Uganda. And why do you take such a decision? Because now, things that are really important in life start to matter. And the things you thought really mattered, you will notice that they don't even matter. You're going, you have 1 year to live, but now you want to go get master's degree. When you die, your master's degree doesn't matter anymore. So you will notice that, I don't need that. You will notice that if you are working so hard to get a huge chunk of land, you want to get like square miles of land, you want to get acres and acres of land, you will notice that the acres and acres of land don't matter, because at the end of the day they bury in something small like this size, something very small. You will notice that doesn't also matter. Then you'll be like, when you're on your deathbed, yeah, when you're on your deathbed, I've never seen anyone who is on their deathbed and they're asking for, their land titles, they're asking for their best dresses or their best clothes, or they're asking for their cars they bought over the time, or they're asking for their jewelry. Basically, all that now doesn't matter. Do you know what really matters? And what I know of, and basically what I also know that you know of, when you're on your deathbed, they've just told you you're having 1 year to live. Most of the people, when they are on their deathbed, do you know what they ask? Most of them, if they have their parents, they'll be like, I want to see my mom, I want to see my dad, I want to see my kids, if they have kids. If they have friends and relatives, they will start asking for those people. They will ask for the friends, the relatives, the parents, their kids. That's what they are going to ask for. They will not ask for their land titles to die with them. So at the end of the day, do you notice that now the things you've been chasing over time are now basically useless? You spent a lot of time trying to acquire wealth, to get more money, to get more land, to get more assets. But now the biggest asset now is time. And when that time comes, the things that really matter are now the things that you're going to, it just happens. Now the reality hits in, and then you notice the 5 cars you really wanted to get, the 5 houses, the apartments you really needed. Right now they are useless. And what is now the most important? It is the relationship with the people, again, you had failed to spend time with. Yeah, chasing for these other things in life. Do you get my point? You left your family, you left your parents, you left your kids, you left your friends, you left all these people to go chase for something you feel is most important, and that is the wealth, which you're not sure whether you will achieve or not. And now that they've told you that you don't have enough time, you have just a year to live, guess what? Now you're leaving everything again to come back to what you left. And now what you left now seems to be the most important. You get my point? So at the end of the day, what we take to be that important, it ends up being not even important. The biggest asset we can always have, the biggest asset we have even right now is time. And how you use your time all depends on you. Me, I decided to be a single dad by choice. Why? Because I felt like I always have that in my mind. I'm like, what if I have a month to live? What if I have a year to live? I always put that in my mind. What if I have the shortest time to live? What is it that I will do different? And that's when I'm like, at least I want to spend enough time with my son. That's why I'm telling you, like, being a single dad was a decision in making. It is a decision that I took because I was like, in case I have 1 year to live, what is it that I would do differently? I was like, I would spend more time with my son, and I took that step. And there could not be anything that could deviate me from that. Why? Because I don't know how much time I have, and because I came at peace with myself, and I'm like, I want to be a dedicated 24/7 dad with my son. So I make sure I'm always around. It is a decision that I took because I don't know how much time I have. I don't know how much I got with me remaining. I don't know. So now, instead of chasing for things that I'm not even sure I will get or not attain, and people chase that for the rest of their lives, they are chasing for money. So we leave the good relationship we would have with our beloved one. So that's why I just woke up and I'm like, you know what? I'm spending time with my son. It is a decision that I took because I don't know how much I have. Most of the time we keep postponing things. Yeah, we keep postponing. You're like, I'll have that vacation, with my kids. I'll have that self treat, when I get time. But right now I'm still chasing for money. When they tell you you have only 1 year to live, things will change. You'll be like, I've always loved eating, caramel cakes. You will go for them. Now you see, instead of chasing for money, instead of chasing for more land, instead of chasing for more knowledge, getting the degrees, getting the masters, getting all those qualifications, now they seem unimportant because they cannot tell you like you're going to die in a week's time and you'll be like, let me go finish my degree. You cannot. You're like, now that's less important. So most of the times we live life well assured of tomorrow. We sleep like we are sure that tomorrow we are going to wake up to keep on with our work. But we forget, just like how we came into this world, like it was not on plan to be given birth to. It is the same as we are living. It is not on plan. We don't know when it is going to happen. So we waste a lot of time chasing things that we are not even sure whether they will satisfy us. And the most important things are the relationship. Imagine, for the people who have just joined, imagine they tell you you have just a week to live. You have a week. Have you ever imagined that when people get sick and they are abroad, most of the times they're like, you know what? Let me go back home. Because now home is the most important, and whatever you are chasing is useless. You can only tell what is really important when you're given a specific period of time that you're going to live. I always kept, telling myself, I don't have enough time. So it helps me really calculate, and I see what is really more important. You just imagine now you're told you have 1 week to live. Imagine you're told you have 1 week to live. What is it that you will do differently? I'm telling you, The things you're thinking that are important, they are not that important until you put that question here. Put that question here. You have 1 week to live. What is it that you do differently? The people you hate, the people you don't like, the people you talk to, you would feel like, let me go apologize. Let me go talk to them. Let me go. Because now it has hit to reality, like you don't have enough time. So all these things you've been chasing, they basically mean nothing. If you went abroad to work and you feel like you're going to die on job like bulbs, why is it when they tell you don't have much time, you leave where you are abroad and you come back to your people, and you're like, I want to see my mom, I want to see my dad. Now all the knowledge, the qualifications you got, you won't be like, guys, bring my CV, bring my qualifications, bring my degree, bring my cars. You won't, because now you feel those are useless. But again, you spend a lot of time chasing these things and you are leaving the most important thing. We can have a balance. We can have a balance. Because even when you're in the hospital, you go in the hospital and the doctors are like, you know what? I think we cannot save him. We can't save him. You're in a given hospital. They're like, we can't save him. Guys, take him back home. They don't say take him, to his workplace or to the university or take him. They tell you go home. They use the word take him, take her home. And when you reach home, the people you're going to be with, those are the most important people. So as you are chasing life and all the goodness of life, it's now all useless. You're not going with none, but you're going to leave behind the memories, the relationship. That's when most of the times, by the way, when people reach that point, that's the time they're like, I need a pastor. I need a pastor. Pastor should come now. The reverend should come now. The sheikh should come now. But you spend all your life chasing the wealth of the world, wanting to get land, wanting to get houses, wanting to get knowledge, getting qualification, degrees and diplomas and masters. Now because you don't have time, some of you'll be like, I need the pastor to come and pray for me. Now you see that the most important things start to come out. ASP Steven, what's up? How you there? How you doing, brother? ASP Steven, wagwan. AP Steven, storage, what's up? How you doing? So now you see that now the things that really matter start to happen. You are not going in the mosque to take your prayers. You are not going to church. You are not going anywhere. But now because you feel like your life is coming to an end, you will not go to club. You won't be like, guys, call my friends we used to club with. No, you won't tell them take me to the club. You won't tell them, take me, you bring here a TV, I want to first watch Manchester play Madrid. You won't, because now all those things don't matter. And because you have literal time to live, now the real things that matter just happen. You call for a pastor, you call for your kids. The kids you used to leave home because you were chasing money. And the kids felt less important and money felt more important. You won't be like, guys, go check my bank. I have my money there. You go withdraw my money, bring it here. I want to die with my money. You won't, because now the money is useless. You see how we put value to things that really don't matter? Do you see it now? We put value on things that don't matter. For the guys who have just joined, imagine they tell you have 1 week to live. What is it that you do different with your life? You're chasing, you want to get that big car, you want to get that land, you want to get that house. You leave your family, you leave your parents, you leave your kids because you're doing a 9 to 5. You're working so hard to achieve all these things. Now they've told you have 1 week to leave. Even if you have a visa, a ticket, and you are supposed to go abroad, now it is useless. You see, now things that really matter come into concentration. That is the time you'll be like, I need my parents here, I need my kids here, I need the pastor to come. But you spend all your life, having fun, going to club, playing music, you won't be like, play me this guy's music, because all that now is less important. It's not important at all. Now the things that really matter are the things you're going to concentrate on. That's the time you're going to ask for the pastors, for your kids, for your friends. Now you see, because you're having little time to live, now the things that really matter get involved. So you see how we chase a lot of things that don't really matter. We chase a lot of things that don't really matter. And we spend a lot of time doing that. So that's why I always think, and I'm like, what if I have only a year to live? What is it that I'll do differently? That's why for the people I started with, I told you, that's why I took the decision to be a single dad. I'm like, what if I have 1 year to live? My son is 3, making 4 in 2026. What is it that I'll do different? I told myself I'll be with my kid. I decided to be with him, not to miss any time with him. I was like, what is it I will do? I'll have these good relationships. I concentrate on that because I don't know how long I have. The things we take to be important are not that important. You'll be like, I feel like I would do this. I would go here. I would do this. You've seen movies where they tell people like they've gotten this kind of a lifespan. And then do you know what they do? They fly. They retire from their workplace. Because now even if you give them $1 billion, it is useless. $1 billion is useless. $1 billion is useless. They don't have time, so that money is useless. So what do? They'll be like, I want to travel. I want to see places. I want to be with the people I love. But again, you wasted a lot of time doing vis-a-vis, doing the different, the opposite. Take time, think about that. You'll be surprised that you could be even abroad and you don't know why you're there. You're chasing something. You're chasing happiness that you will never get. The happiness is in the things, we just look over. Me, when I was doing these videos today, you should go watch the videos, the uploads I did. You should go watch those videos I did. Oh my goodness, they were beautiful. They were beautiful. The view behind, oh my goodness, they were beautiful. I talked about these topics. So today, I just felt like, instead of, getting up another topic, I was like, I talked about this in 8 minutes. Why can't I come talk about it in an hour? There are a lot of things, man. There are a lot of things we do. And for us, we think those are the important things. You could be having, you could be having the father to your kids, or the mother to your kids, or your mother, or your father, or your relative, and you're not in good terms, and you don't like them, you got an argument, you just don't care now. But when they tell you, you have a week to live, what is it you do different? You'll be like, you know what, guys? I want the mother of my kids here. Even when you had differences, right now you feel like you want to talk to them. You'll be like, that other kid that I hate the most, I need him. We need to talk. Now, those are the important things that really mattered. These other things we were chasing didn't really matter. But it is so bad that we are taken up by these world things, to acquire more and more and more. And we forget the most important things. You see? So sit there. Imagine you don't have long to live. Imagine you don't have long to live. What is it you're going to do different? Whatever you're supposed to do different, if you are told that you're not going to live longer, that's what you're supposed to do different now. Immediately, some of you could be, maybe this could be your last video to watch. Who is it that you would call on phone and you're like, you know what, I want to call this person, I want to talk to this person right now, because you think you got enough time. Yeah, you think you got enough time, so you just don't mind. It is very important, my friends, my guys. I always put my WhatsApp here. This is my WhatsApp number. I always put it there. Let's really, I don't know. I even failed to put it in words. Just imagine you don't have long to live. You don't have long time to live. What is it you're going to do differently? And whatever you could do differently, that's now what matters. That is the most important. You know, it's like when you've gotten money, yeah? If you've gotten 1,000,000 shillings, you feel like you can buy anything you want. You feel like, no, I can go buy this and buy that, and I also buy this and I also buy that. You feel like you can buy everything. But when you write the list of things you really want, you will notice the 1,000,000 is not enough. And now that's when it clicks in. You're like, now I have to make a budget. That's when you notice that you wanted to buy 10 kilograms of sugar, 10 kilograms of, you want to buy like 3 packs of salts, you want to buy 5 packs of juice. Before you know it, you're like, but this is not important. This is less important. This is not needed. Then you cross out that. Then you're like, also, this is not that important. You cross it out. Then also, this is not that important. You cross it out. Then you leave the majors. Majors to the majors and minors to the minors. So it is the same thing. What if you have little time to live? How are you going to balance it? You will notice that if you make a balance, the things that you think are important, they are not important. It is always very, very, very good to reflect. Reflect and see, be like, is that really important? Do I really need that? I talked about that in a video of 8 minutes. I did an upload. Today we did 5 uploads. We did 5 uploads, but they are very beautiful. They are the best videos you will watch on internet today. Just talking to you. This is lifestyle. Tomorrow we are going to do some other different recordings, different uploads. You love them still again, because I'm in a remote area this side, off grid. So the places you'll be seeing, they are beautiful and nice. They are not the places you usually see. So man, me, each time I'm there, I think, and I'm like, what if I have 1 year to live? What is it that I'll do different? So that's why I decided. It wasn't a hard decision for me to decide to be a single dad. It is intentional. It is intentional, because I was like, what if I don't have enough time? And then I would have not spent enough time with my kid because I'm chasing for money. Because when you're going to die, you will not call the bank, you will not call the bank managers and you tell them, guys, empty my bank account, bring my money here. Right now, on your deathbed, that money is not important. Your car is not important. Your house and your properties and, your clothes, the jewelry, your shoes, they are now all not important. Even the numerous girlfriend or boyfriends you're having, they are less important. Now the people who matter are again the people you left behind to go chase the things that really don't matter. And now you're like, I want to see my parents. I want to see my kids. I want to see the mom of my kids. I want to see my sisters. I want to see my brother. I want to apologize to this person. But guess what? You are chasing things that really don't matter. You are chasing and chasing and chasing things that don't matter. Me, I put that question to me. I do every time. And I'm like, what if I don't have much time to live? What is it that I will do different? And each time I get to know what I will do different, I will do that. Because now I know it is the most important. Then some of you will be like, in Jesus' name, I'm not going to die. I'm going to live longer. Then how will you meet your Creator if you love Him so much? Then some of you, when you reach that time, that's the time you also think about God. Yeah? Because they've told you you have a year to live. You've been clubbing, having fun, traveling. Now they've told you have a year to live, and then you're so religious now. You go to church, you pray. So that means praying to you is something important. So you're supposed to create time for it. You get, because when they tell you you have a year to live, that's what is important. You call for pastors, you call for the sheikhs, you call for the fathers, those fathers, because now you feel you want to make things right. So why not make those things right now? Think about it. Are the things you think are important that important? Are the things you're chasing really that important? Is the degree, is the master's that important? I'm not saying don't go to school, but if they told you you're going to die in a week, will you go for a master's which is going to take 2 years? You'll just drop out because it's not that important. And what is it you'll do different? I keep bringing that question of what is it you will do different. Whatever you would do different, you should do that different now. Because you don't know. You don't know how long you're going to be living. Just like how you're born and you're not on plan, it is the same way you're going to live not on plan. The only time you have is now that you're watching this video and you can listen, you can hear. It is only this time that you've got to make things right. Only this time. When you're breathing, you're sober, you're good, and you're like, but that way. Just be like, by the way, what if I have a year to live? What is it I'll do different? I'm telling you, the measurements will be carried out, and then you will try to weigh, and you'll be like, I really don't need this. You're saving because you want to have a beautiful Valentine's, you want to have beautiful Christmas, you want to buy that cloth, you want to buy that car, but now they've told you you have a week to live. Will you still go for that car? Will you go for it? So whatever you would do different is what you're supposed to do now different. It's what you're supposed to do now different. We are so taken up, in this confused world. We are chasing things. We want validation. We want validation from people. We are in competition. They tell you have a week to live. You wouldn't care who has a Range Rover. You wouldn't care who is taller, who is wealthier, who has more property. You wouldn't care because it's all now useless. He's richer than you. Well, good. It's up to them because now you have little time. So now if you know you cannot be in such competition because you have little time, why? Put that question in. Let me ask you, what if you have 1 week to live? What is it you will do different? Whatever you will do different is what you should do now. Unless you want to be born not on plan, you go through life not on plan, and then you die unplanned. That's what they call just passing through. You came to this universe, but you just passed through. Yeah, you just passed through. You just pass through. Born not on plan, you pass through life, in autopilot, you die unaware. I keep telling people that even if I die today, I'll die happy. Why would I die happy? Because I've tried to do the things that I really want. I'll be like, at least I tried. There is nothing really there. I don't want to be so rich. No. I don't want to be so rich. For what? You have a big mansion, you're sleeping in one bed and you sleep one side. You have all those bedrooms, but you sleep in one. You have all those plates, but you still use one. You have all those pools, but you still use one. You have all those pairs of shoes, but of course when you're moving, you will use one. You have all those clothes, but again when you're moving, you will use one. You have all those bags, but again when you're moving, you will use one. I don't want too much. So that's why I keep saying, even if I die today, I'll die a sanctified person. So it is so bad living this life chasing things that are not important. I've kept asking each time I see someone new joining. I keep asking, what if you are told you have 1 week to live? What is it you do different? You want to go to America to chill, to work? You want to go to New York to work? You're chasing, you want houses, a big house, rentals. But if they told you you have 1 week to live, what is it you will do? I'm telling you, you will not think of those apartments. You will not think of that house. You'll be like, I want to go see my parents. I want to go see my people. So why not create a good relationship now? Because that's what is important. You will go to the church, you go to a mosque. So why not go now before it's too late? Because as I told you, the only time you have control of is now, that you can listen and watch. It is the only time you have control of. When you're living, you don't have. When you are born, you didn't have. You have now. So why not control it now? I keep asking that question to myself. That's why every decision I take it like, what if I'm to leave the next day? What is it I'll do different? I make the difference now. You hang out with your friends, you chill with your girls. They tell you have a week. You leave that crowd. You leave your circle. You will separate. You will go now to the people who really matter. You've seen people. Me, I've seen. When my mom was dying on her deathbed, she called for all her kids, and I was there. I remember that moment. I think I was like 2, but I remember that moment when she was on the bed. Them days in the 80s, they could put you in a living room, then they put the mattress there, then they bring bed sheets, and then they cover you with a pillow like this, because they know anytime you're going. So she called for her kids. Now the things she was chasing all through life were now useless. The bars she had, the property she had, they were now all useless. Because you're working so hard and you're working for these kids, you want to secure their future, and then you die, and then those things also disappear. They didn't have the memory with you. You wanted to build a future for them, but again, even the future, they didn't get nothing. The houses were taken, sold, the cars were sold, and now you left them. You didn't even create a memory, because you were busy chasing the goodness of life, which was so useless. Think about it, man. You're on social media because of validation. You want to be popular. When they tell you you have just a week or a year to live, I'm telling you, you will not be on TikTok or WhatsApp or YouTube. You wouldn't. Because now it's all useless. But all your life you've been fighting for validation for social media. Now what is the most important thing? You just need to sit and talk to people, communicate. Do you know some families live together but they don't communicate? Each time they are talking, everyone is on their phones, everyone is on their phones. Yo, mommy, yeah, what's up? Okay, yeah, okay, mommy, yes, okay. La, la, la. But now they tell you she has a week to live. The phone will go down. Now you will be communicating. Why not create that time now when you're still in control now? People no longer communicate. Someone calls, each time they call you, they need money. They need help. They need help. So it is very important. It's something that I really thought of, like maybe sharing with you. What if you had a week or a year to live? What is it you do different? The reason why I keep asking you that is you will know what is important from less important and which is useless. You will know. I'm telling you. You'd think your car is the best thing you got. You think your house, your land is the best thing you got. You will realize that it is useless. Your shop, your business, you think it's the most important. They tell you have a week to live. I'm telling you, no matter how much they're going to pay you, you will not go to your workplace. You will not go to your shop. I'm telling you, you will not. Because now all that is now useless. You're not going to go there. Now that's the time you want to go to church, go to the mosque, because now you feel now that's what is important. But now you spend a lot of time looking for money, and instead of chasing for what is supposed to be important. Think about it carefully. Think about it carefully. We chase a lot of things that really don't matter. We do a lot of things because of maybe we are angry. We take decisions which are wrong, you know. Fathers denying their kids. They deny them. But if they tell them they are going to die, they will call for them. When they are going to die, they cannot keep saying that one is not my son, that one is not my daughter. They will not. They will not. By that time, they will be like, I want to see all my kids. Bring all of them. Now they don't care whether they are biological or not. So why spend a lot of time chasing for things we don't know that they will even sanctify us? You imagine you work so hard, you go through life working so hard, you die unsanctified, and you've died not really meeting the important things because you are chasing for the wealth that you don't know will make you happy or not. Even the wealthiest people are still working, and they are working hard. They are still not sanctified. Please think about it. Please think about it. I'm live, by the way, so in case you put up your comment, I will be reading it. This is my WhatsApp number. You can also text. We can always have a chat. Think about it, really. We need validation. Some of these things we don't need. We don't need. If you're gone and dead, your degrees, your diplomas, your masters, what you've accumulated, it's now all useless. But the relationship you left behind, that's why when you're dead, when people come, when your body is lying there, when people come, they talk of memories. That's why they will call your work members, your workmates, they give a speech. Your schoolmates, they give a speech. What is it that they are sharing? They are sharing memories. Your father, your mother, your relative, they give speeches. Your husband, your girlfriend. Though I've never seen a girlfriend give a speech. But they are all sharing memories. They are not sharing how much you accumulated in life and how many times you ate KFC or Cafe Javas, or you took ice cream, or how much traveled you were. They are talking about the experiences they had with you. So think about it. Really think about it. Think about it. In case you had 1 year to live, what is it you would do differently? That's my question. What is it you would do differently if you had less time on this earth? What is it you would do differently? Whatever you will do differently is what you should do now. You're chasing for things that are not important. You're seeking for validation. Social media. They tell you have a week to live. Will you be on social media? You will want to have a real conversation. There are very many families, I'm telling you, and they've spent 3, 4, 5 years together, but they've not been communicating. Everyone is on their phones. Everyone is on their phones, They talk, but they don't listen. They hear you talk, but they don't listen. Because of the social media and how the environment is now made of, like we are busy, we are up to something. You've never taken your son to school yourself. You've never visited them at school. You're busy looking for money, but they tell you you're going to die. That's the time you're going to be like, can you please, I want my son. I want to see my son. So that means that's the most important thing. So the money you are chasing is useless. The wealth you wanted to get is useless. So if they told you you have a year, a week to live, what is it you would do different? So whatever you would do different is what you're supposed to do now. You guys, I wish you knew. I wish you knew. I wish you knew. Ladies, you abandon your kids, you abandon your family to go, hustle, work out life. But when the time is out, again you're going back from where it all started. And if you go and you clear where it all starts, or you do the things that are rightful, these other things of life really align. They align. They really align. Guys, if you've just joined us, I'm asking a question. What if you had 1 year to live or 1 week to live? What is it you would do different with your life? Whatever you do with your life is what you should do, because whatever you're chasing is really not that important. It's not important. And what you're missing out is the most important. If you're told you have a week to live, what is it you would do differently? Whatever you would do differently is what you should be doing now. The people you messed up, that would be the time for you to apologize, to go to them and be like, guys, I'm sorry, I messed up. Because now you have little time to live. Why not do it now? Pride, when that time reaches, I'm telling you, the pride goes. How would they see me apologizing? How will they see me? By that time, you don't care. You just want to straighten your life for another life, which we are not sure whether it's there or not there. So please, even if you're going for work, you cannot tell me as a parent. For you guys who are watching me now, I'm very sure, we are 5 of us, I'm very sure you have kids. When was the last time, you were there with your kid and you're like, I'm spending the entire time with them. I want to talk to them. I want us to communicate. I'm giving 100% commitment just for us to communicate. But you're busy chasing money. You went abroad chasing money. And now you reach your deathbed. And now you feel like you want to see your kids. Even the doctors, even in hospitals, when they get to know like your time is up, they will tell you, we are taking you home. Because that's what really matters. And the rest of the thing, I've never seen someone die and then they're like, guys, bring my trophies, bring my awards that I got over time, bring my land titles, bring my car, card, bring my motorcycle card. Yeah, no one asks for that. They ask for bond. They ask for relationship. Why do I say bond and relationship? They will ask for pastors, fathers, relatives, siblings, daughters and sisters, kids, friends. That's what they will ask for. That's what they will ask. That's what they'll ask for. Truthfully speaking, that's what they will ask for. So these other things we think that matter, they don't. You feel like your job is your mom and dad. That's what some of us say. My job is my mom and dad. I can kill someone. I can do anything. This is my job. Do or die. But they tell you have a week to live, man. That job, you feel like it's everything. You'll be like, guys, I'm retired. I don't need this job anymore. Why? Because it's not that important. The country you want to go in, you'll be like, I'm not going. Why? It's not now that important. So, for the guys, it is important to think about these things. That's why we had done lots of things on this channel. We started as an entertainment channel, doing interviews, celebrity interviews. We moved to politics. Now at this time I feel like I'm supposed to say some of these things. You imagine I leave behind such kind of information. Yeah, I live and I live. This is what I would leave. I don't want to leave and then, I leave things, politics and all that. No, I live. That guy did interviews. He worked with every big celebrity in the country. No, I want to leave behind this. This is what I would love to leave behind. This kind of communication is what I would really want to leave behind. I swear, this is what I would love to leave behind. For the guys who have just joined us, I'm here and I'm asking you a simple question before you can leave. What if you're told you have 1 week to live and then you're going to die? What is it you will do different with your life? Whatever you will do different with your life is basically what you're supposed to do now. Because just like how you came through this life unplanned for is the same way you're going to live unplanned for. The only time you have and you're in control of it is now, that you can watch and you can listen to this video. If you're told you have 1 week to live, if you live in Canada, if you live in UAE, if that kind of job, the job you have and you love so much, that house you want to build, whatever you have now and whatever you want to achieve, if they told you you have 1 week to live, what is it you do different? I'm telling you. You see, you're abroad working, you're hustling, you want to acquire a lot of things and you want to acquire wealth. I'm telling you, if you have 1 week to live, all that will be nonsense. The kids you left back home, the mom you left back home will be the most important. So that means whatever you're doing is less important. So we can balance the two. That is important. Some of you this could be your last video to watch. This could be your last video to watch. So do things differently, man. Do them differently. The reason why I keep saying that, and I didn't know why I keep saying it, like, even if I die today, I'll die a happy person. Why? Because I've tried to do the things that I want. Spend time with my son. I wouldn't want to be on my deathbed and then I'm like, I want to see my son. And basically, it's one of the last things I want to see. And yet I had all this life, I had the time, I had the opportunity to spend much of the time with him, but I didn't because I was chasing the materialistic things of this life. I would rather spend it not having a lot, but spending that much time with my son. Think about it. Or every decision you're going to make in life, just think, be like, what if I have a week to live? What is it I would do differently? You could have wanted to send away this woman, But now if you think and you're like, what if, truthfully, if I have a week to live, would I send her away? You'll be like, no. If I had a week to live, I would let them be. I would let them be. So do that. Do that. Because death is just blink of an eye, gone. Blink of an eye, gone, not on plan. So you still have this chance now to do things differently. It is up to you. It is up to you to do things differently. I told you, these are the kind of videos I want to really leave behind. I'm telling you. But my son will watch and be like, Dad. Each time he feels down, he feels bad, I'll be talking to him through these videos. I just imagine if I made like 1 million of them. Like each time life gets hard, he goes to this YouTube channel, BCM, and he types in and he sees what Dad would tell him. It will be like in current time. It doesn't matter how many views. We are not moving on trend. No, trend comes and goes. Real good stuff stays forever. This video, someone would watch even tomorrow, even the next day, even next year, and they will still relate. And my son, when he grows up and maybe I'm not around, he'll be like, daddy said, what is it I will do differently? What if I had a week to live? Before you know it, you're going to be good to people. No one has a week to live who would want to kill someone else. Impossible. No one would want to do something harmful to someone else if they knew they had a week to live. I'm telling you. They are like, now life becomes about them. Life becomes about them and how to clear their life. It's no longer about validation and other people. It's about them because they know now they've got short time to live. So why can't you live that way, really? And then we are so much onto social media, we are so much into party, we are so much into competition, we are so much into compulsion, we are so much into those things which don't really matter. They don't matter, my brother, my sister, they don't matter. I'm telling you the truth, Wagwan. I'm telling you the truth. Those things don't matter. They don't. I still put up a question to you. What if you had a week to live? What is it you would do different with your week, with your life? You'll be surprised that the things you're really struggling to get and you're hunting for and you're striving for, they're not that important. You'll be like, okay, if I had a week to live, if you wanted to get that shoe right now, it's not important. You will see how many things are really not important. And for you, you thought those things were really important to you. My question is, what is it would you do differently if you had only and only a week to live? That's how I've lived my life of recent. More so when I got my son. Every day I'm like, what if I'm leaving the next day? So I live every day like my last day. I take every decision like it's my last day. Ever since I got my son, my mentality changed. My first son, my firstborn, being the father for the first time, I kept asking my question that, what if I only have this time? What is it I would do differently? And that has really helped me so much to do things really differently. Because if I had a job offer and I have a week to live and I have my son, I would spend that last time with my son. So why again go for the offer now? Balance. You meet people, they went abroad, they left their kids 10 years. Really? Really? But if they told you a second, like, in a week you're dying, you see them run and they want to catch up with the time that they missed with their kids. But now that time you cannot bring back. It is gone. Your kid doesn't know you. They don't know you. You just gave birth to them. It is different to be someone's father and be someone's mother, but it is different to be the parent, the daddy, the mommy. Mommy and daddy, father and mother, those are two different things. And parenting, being a parent, they're different. You gave birth to them. For the guys who have joined, I was here asking people, in case you're given a week to live, what is it you would do different? You have 1 week to live. What is it you would do differently with your life? You will notice that the things you're chasing, they are not important. And the things you're running away from, they are the important things. Today we've drove an hour. We've made an hour today. We've made an hour, just a minute to an hour. I've been so emotional, thinking about that. Most of us, most of the people miss out on these things because they don't reflect about life. But if you can reflect, sit and reflect about you and your life, then you'll be able to make rightful decisions. As I'm leaving, as I'm winding up, it's been an hour that I've been here. And in case you love the information I told you, you can go ahead and subscribe. Hit the notification button so that each time we put up a video, among the first people to watch, or when we come live every day from around 10 to 11, you're among the first people to watch the video we put up. I still remain yours humbly, Luze Andrew Anderson. I'm really grateful for the people who have been here. We change the content. For the people who want to go, it's very okay because we need a few people we can chat with and talk with. This one here is my WhatsApp. You can always WhatsApp and we interact. It's been grateful time. This has been really emotional to me because most of the people we go through life and we've not really gotten this kind of study. Until when we catch up, I love you so much. For the people who subscribe from Tanzania, Kenya, Rwanda, yeah, thank you very much. For the people in the UK, thank you very much. We change the concept. So for the people who want to stay. We want a few people. We don't want a junk. We don't want so many people who are useless. We need a few. We can interact and support each other. WhatsApp me. Let's chat. Let's talk. Let's support each other. Let's grow together. We don't need a lot of people who are useless. I want you to watch me and then you text me, you WhatsApp me, I WhatsApp you, we interact. We don't need a lot. If it's a big number, it's very hard to control. But if we are small, we can always interact. So for the people who have joined through as I'm winding up, I was asking a question and I want you to please take care. In case you're given 1 week to live and then you die, what is it you'll do different with your life? The reason why I'm asking that question is you're chasing things that you think are important and are really not that important. And you're leaving things that you think are less important, but they are the most important. Most of us make that mistake. You leave the country, go abroad to get greener pastures. You leave your parents, you leave your kids, but if they told you that you have a week to live, let me tell you, even if you're being paid $1 million that side, you'll be like, now $1 million doesn't matter. But the relationship and being with my people is the most important. You leave that country and come back here. The things you're chasing, the land you want to get, the wealth you want to accumulate, the house you want to build, they tell you you have a week to live, all those things will be less important. And the most important thing, do you know what it is? Is the relationship with the people around you, the people you love. So you leave them because you're thinking that you're chasing, life. But again, you're running away from the most important things you would love. Maybe some of you, when you reach your deathbed, you call for a pastor. Yeah, you want a pastor to pray for you, a sheikh to pray for you. But all the time you've been spending it going to bars and party. But when you're on your deathbed, you cannot be like, guys, fine, I have 1 week to die. Can you please take me to a club? Can you please give me that drink? You will not ask for that. You will ask for the people you really love. To be with them, to talk to them. You could be talking to your mom. You could be talking to your dad. You could be talking to your siblings. You could be talking to... But when you do, you talk, but you don't communicate. When was the last time you communicated? You put your phone down, you talk to someone, you understand them, they understand you, those people you really love, and you dedicate that time to them, and you're not distracted by the phone, by, work. You're like, oh, we'll talk about that later. You're rushing to go to work. You don't know that it's going to be the last day. This has been emotional to me. You just don't know whether it is the last day. But you kept, chasing these things. And when you die, we leave them here. You are working for your kids. They may sell them. They may misuse them. The relatives might sell them. But you spend, all your time, trying to accumulate these things. And right now they are not important, man. Think about that, man. What is it you would do differently in case you're told you have only a week to live? Me, I've lived with that question since I gave birth to my kid. And every decision I'm taking right now is because that question keeps coming to me. What is it I'll do differently? So whatever I will do differently, I do in current time, because this is the only time I'm in control of. This is the only time I'm in control of. I wasn't in control when I was born. I'm not going to be in control when I'm going to leave this world, this universe. But I'm in control of now. I'm in control of this time now. So now this time is what I'm in control, so I can decide to do things right. Okay, guys, I still remain Luze Andrew Anderson. Thank you very much, of course, for being with me from when we started until when we catch up tomorrow. Same time, same day, same time, same place. Yeah, tomorrow. I still remain Luze Andrew Anderson. You should go watch the videos I uploaded. You will love them. There are 5 of them. We uploaded them today. Please just go and watch them. Until when we catch up, bless ya.